Okay, so another option that we have, we can do this both off the sleeve push and the collar push, is going straight to the armbar. Okay, Rafa Mendes used this, I think against Cabrinha, was when he did this very, very effectively. Okay? So if we're going off the sleeve push, both of them work exactly the same, it's just one of them gives you like a little bit more control than the other. So when I push here, she's going to stiff arm, okay? And this really is only going to work if like her arm is straight and it's higher up than my hip. Okay, if it's down here, there's no space for me to slot into. Okay, so when I get this position, again, I'm gonna try and trap this with my elbow, but I'm gonna post on her hip first. Okay, so I've made this grip exchange. I've gone one, I see it's coming up, I post on her hip is the next thing. From here, what's gonna happen is I'm gonna shoot my shin underneath her armpit. Okay, so this shin comes up as tight as I possibly can. From there, I'm going to look to start throwing my leg over as I fall back into the armbar. Okay, and I'll rotate. So as I'm going down, I look to rotate this wrist and catch temporarily, and then use the other hand to reinforce and pull it out. Okay. This obviously has to be done way, way quicker than that, but it's also quite a vicious technique, particularly with this sleeve grip, so I don't want to hurt Chelsea particularly. Okay, yet. So I slam this across here, and I see it's coming up. I'm just posting on her leg, and now my shin comes up underneath her armpit. Okay, I'm keeping this pulled up high. I fall, and I catch the wrist. This leg's coming over and clamping in. I grab the wrist, and then I grab the wrist to finish from there. For the collar push, again, it works exactly the same. I'm here, she's collar pushing. Now, obviously, I don't have control of the arm. Okay, so what I'm going to do is check the hip and I reach over the arm, either grabbing the collar or just the wrist, the tricep here. And then the movement's exactly the same. My shin comes in, my leg comes over, and I drop down into position. Okay? I'm going to get Chelsea to demonstrate this so you can see what it looks like, because I'm a bit bigger than Chelsea. Come right this way, and I don't want to hurt her. It's very rare that I don't want to hurt her. Let's go. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so we're here. We'll go off the collar push. You want me to go that side? Yeah. We're going to go off the collar push, so she drags my leg. Here, she slams it across. I'm posting, checks the hip. Yes, and jump. And then, very nicely, makes me bite my tongue as I'm talking through that. Do it one more time from the other side, please. So we're here, she's grabbing. She slams. I post up. She checks, jumps, brings the leg over. Okay? And then slams it down to the ground. Like I say, it's a real surprise attack and works very, very well. One of the things to be aware of is whenever you do this, it's not super, super tight. Okay, so you have to be able to like scramble when you come out of it afterwards. So typically, if let's say that I'm doing this to Chelsea here, let me go the other one. I slam this across. I go with the collar grip, it's easy. I go this one here. I bring my leg over, and she starts pulling the elbow down to the ground here. Very, very common. I've now lost this armbar, okay, which is absolutely fine. But we have a couple of follow-up different options that we have from here. One of the first ones that I like to utilize is I reach over this arm, I pull my shin down towards the ground, and I step into this belly down armbar here. Okay. Again, I'm going to get Chelsea to demonstrate it because I don't want to hurt her. She's grumpy enough with me already. So let's go this. So we're here. She collar pushes. She jumps into position here, and I pull this arm down. Okay. She's now gonna switch over to the other side. So her knee comes down towards the ground, leg comes over the head. We go belly down. She starts looking towards the legs and finishes the armbar. Okay. Again, we're here. I collar push. She steps and jumps. As we're going down, I pull this one free. She's now going to catch the arm, turn the shin down, leg over the head, and she wants to start looking towards my legs so that she can catch and extend and finish the armbar from there. Okay, that's one option. It's a really nice kind of follow-up attack because when they're defending that one elbow, they're exposing the other arm, and you can work it quite nicely. The other one that you can do is just kind of work your way back up to like a knee on belly position. Okay. Whenever you're doing like high percent or like kind of, what would we call these? Explosive attacks, you have to think about your recovery and not commit too heavily to one thing. So when I come here and I drag this across, let me go for collar again. So you go for collar. I drag this across, I get to here, I come up, here she pulls her elbow down. All I'm gonna do this time is I'm gonna check the hip, that stops her turning towards me, and I can pull this leg back and come up to a knee on belly position. Okay, so often you'll find that as you're doing this armbar, as this leg's coming around, it's already gone. Okay, so I'm already back in this position, I just scissor my leg, and I come back up on top and cover straight over to the knee on belly. Okay, so again, Chelsea's going to demonstrate this at like fullish speed. We're here, she's grabbing my leg, here I go, she jumps, I pull down, and she literally just ends up in knee on belly. Okay. So we're here, she drags, jumps, I pull down, and she just comes back up. If her butt hits the floor as she's doing it, she's checking, and then just bouncing up on top. Okay. Either way, we've accomplished our goal of neutralizing the stiff arm, and we've passed the guard and got to a good position.